Alright, welcome everyone to another very memorable game of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. So this is my first game that I've done in a while, and so please forgive me as I get back into it here. I have a different mic today, and I don't know what's up with it, but it's not quite working as I wanted to, as you can probably tell, but we're just going to go with it regardless here. So this is once again on our beloved map, the China map. The teams are South versus North. Southern team here, teal, Burgundians. Green is playing as Magyar. Yellow is Vikings, and gray is Vietnamese. On the northern side, we have blue playing Britons, orange playing Berbers, Italians, and Celts. So I guess mostly two archer civs on the top, with a lot of cavalry civs on the southern end of things. Actually, two cav civs, one archer, and one infantry. So I guess it's pretty evenly matched. All right, so this game, it was something. I don't think I've ever had a game where it came that close to the wire at the very end. You'll see what I mean later on. So most of the setup here, it's pretty calm. Not too much happens for the first while, so I'm just going to speed it up here. We have some great players here on the northern team. China map has a little bit of water on the eastern side, a couple of rivers that go through here, but for the most part it is a land map. Now I'm playing teal here, actually, I don't think I mentioned that. Definitely not my best game, but you know, at the end of the day, it's all about just enjoying the game. So I will mention as well, this is an unranked game, so average ELO is maybe 1,000 or 1,050 for team ranked games. This would be about the average ELO, I think. So we have some first wall ups coming up. Now if I remember correctly, the first engagement starts up here. I believe this is me here saying we should wall off, try to get the entire southern part of the map. One advantage that everyone on the coast has, of course, is the fish. Lots of strong fish on this map. I don't think there was anything serious happening there, but a little bit of cluster F going on here, two walls being built on top of each other, but that's fine. Purple has built a couple of water units here, but we won't see too much water engagement. The fog of war, this is more or less what we see. If we look at the other team, this is what they see. Alright, so we see Purple has built knights, and I think we see the opening salvo here. I don't remember where they go, but just keep an eye on them, I suppose. Just hanging out over here. So the Britons up here going heavy archer. What does Gray have so far? I think he doesn't have any units so far, actually. So the southern team has virtually no units so far. So I think we had a very brief water encounter here, but there wasn't really much to it. Just a very brief skirmish. So I am sending some knights up here to see what I can do. At the same time, I think we have Purple sending... oh, his knights went back home. Okay. Here we go. I think I go in here and don't really achieve much except to scratch him maybe a little bit, but it looks like he's the top player in the game so far by points. I'm not sure if I was paying attention to this, but if I'm even just slightly irritating him, then I'm happy. He's at 112 supply. I'm at 78, so way behind. I think I had a really rough start actually. I think I lost a villager maybe in the early stage there against the Boers. It was a real classic F up there early on. So I do think we're walled off now. Very beautifully walled off with a random wall on the other side. I think this is done except for that.
Yes.
So yellow does this really interesting thing, builds longboats and uses them on the river. Lots of fun. Alright, so that is the end of that little skirmish. So again, if we just do the fog of war, you'll see that it's these 4 teams against these 4 teams. Alright, so let's go back to pink and see what those knights are up to. We see there's quite a large number, a lot of archers down here as well. Okay, so he's building a further wall out, extending his defenses. So I didn't remember it being this quiet early on in the game, but I guess it is. I've got it going full speed right now. If I just switch to myself now, you'll see that I'm building these outposts here just to get a little bit of extra vision. But the one place I do not build one is up here, and of course, I think that's the direction the first attack comes from. So we are not walled off up here. I actually assumed that blue was not walled off because I didn't see the walls here. But when I tried to raid him later on, of course I bumped into that, which went pretty much as you would expect. Alright, so this may be the first actual encounter here. And we have the first casualty of the game. I believe blue just retreats here. Minor casualties. So orange is still the top ranked player in the game. I think he had his ELO though was he had no ELO to speak of, so this was a little bit of a dark horse here. Playing Berbers already fully upgraded, or at least the archers were fully upgraded. Berbers of course have a great regeneration upgrade for their camels, which allow them to regenerate lost hit points. Alright, so I'm just going to switch to green here, who is the southern team's strongest player. As you can see here, actually top score in the entire game right now. But no units, although these are the first of many. You can see he's already getting all kinds of units out and dropping all kinds of castles. There's 5 castles in very close proximity. Alright, so here we go. We'll just so gray is now being attacked from orange. This is the first proper attack in the game.
Yes.
Now I say that I'm coming. I say it partly out of moral support, but you can see I've got pretty much no units, really. So when I say I'm coming, what I really mean is I'm starting to build units. At least I think I am. Being supply blocked and all. But green is very quickly amassing a handsome force. At least it's starting to come out. Alright, so let's speed it up here now. So this is really unfortunate. Gray's castle has already gone down and orange is dropping a castle. And very quickly this has become a desperate situation, so we send in what we have. Couturier here. So I think we do manage to take out this force. Of course we're using cavalry versus camels, not the smartest thing to do, but sometimes you can only do what you can do. So this is quite scary. We have a whole force of cavaliers just waiting in. And if we actually look around, we'll see that the northern team is way outmatching the southern team with 3 large forces, all very close to each other. with the only other army nearby from the southern team being green. So let's see if the southern team can hold out here. Now, I don't remember where these units go, but let's see. So purple is just dropping all kinds of production buildings shamelessly in the middle of the map. Okay, this is where he was going. Green is doing a little bit of a raid. Beautiful Magyar Hussars here, and fully upgraded Magyar Cavalry Archers. Right there. So the southern team is definitely under pressure here. Gray, though, does have a decent force of archers coming here, but they are getting picked off by these cannons. So orange is really just flexing his muscles here. I don't know what I was thinking here. This is, as I was mentioning, not that I'm particularly good on a good day, but I don't know what I was doing here, but I charged in. No upgrades, glorious. But green and purple are duking it out on the eastern side, and yellow and red are both just kind of biding their time. And yellow is now going on the offense. This is quite funny. Purple is going to build a dock down here and get the most epic trade line you can imagine. And I believe this is what's left of our force, and yeah, we have pretty much lost. Town center's down, but Gray is sticking in the game, keeping himself alive over here. So I think northern team is really starting to trample us here, and the question is, can the southern team withstand anything at this point? We are on the verge of losing one of our players. So this is just nasty. They're just fully upgraded units. Green is just doing what he can, and southern team is trying desperately to create a new stable front line. We've got walls here, we've got walls there, but we need to get something up here quickly to stop the momentum and try to get some breathing room and rally. You can see the northern team remains ahead in points and has been for quite some time. Also idle villagers. So I think I finally have paladins, but not sure it's the best unit here, but let's see. So green is kind of definitely doing what he can to out cavalry archer the cavalry archers. So the one clumsy thing that we did is we really didn't coordinate so well. So I think the moment that my unupgraded troops arrive at the battle is the moment that green retreats. And so I think my units just kind of go in to die pretty much. Somehow they can't get through. So I think this is where he retreats, and then my units finally get through and die. Alright, so I quickly realized, Team South, we're in a rough shape here, and I predictably drop a wonder, knowing that this is probably the only way we're gonna survive it. Now, I think I did miss something up here, which is that yellow is just harassing the whole coastline, taking out houses, and giving purple a headache by hurting his supply. He has to keep building new houses. At least he's not there yet right now, but as in he's not maxed out yet, but he'll come in later. So green seems to be exchanging pretty well here, but this is when blue shows up. So the moment we seem to be making some progress, we are hurting. So this is where yellow does his genius move here, starts to raid purple. So purple thought he could get this ambitious trade line going across the entire ocean, but unfortunately for purple, yellow has a fleet there. Okay, so finally I decide, I'm going to try to pick off the slightly more biteable size, Now, why I don't wait till I have critical mass and wait till I'm maxed out, I don't know. Somehow in my head I'm thinking I need to desperately help my allies, so I'm just sending in whatever I have, which is always, so often happens, but you know how it goes. You need to have critical mass, you need to be maxed out. Throwing in your army before you're maxed out is just a waste of units, especially if it's melee or cavalry, or infantry or cavalry. So my guys die. I guess it gives us a little bit of time, but gray is really hurting here and is pretty much almost out of the game. So yellow continues to cause some damage here, and yellow also has a fleet on the water. However, red has now broken through. He let himself through one of these gates, and yellow's base is now getting more or less overrun. I built one castle here. Absolutely beautiful structure, thanks to Definitive Edition, but beauty won't save it. So red is now coming for yellow, and so we are pretty much have lost 2 of our players. But not quite, but still it's feeling like it. Yellow is still here helping out. At some point I mentioned to my team we need to get siege. And so this is what we do. Of course I managed to not use my siege at all. So this is when I had the genius idea, and when I say genius I'm being sarcastic. I thought, who knows, maybe I could raid blue from the back and cause some mayhem over here. I see him rolling in. But somehow I didn't manage to see this, and so I think my cavalry for a long time just go running past this castle and just proceed to die. Even my paladins are running here. I do eventually clue in, but it does take me a while. At this point I'm really thinking the worst is going to happen, so I'm walling up as much as I can. So yellow is going down, has a beautiful fleet taking out trade of their side, but unfortunately, and it has cannon galleons. So actually doing decent damage here against these production buildings, but unfortunately his own base is being mauled. He's doing what he can, I guess, but it's unfortunately his base is being destroyed. This is so frustrating. They're trading already now. My ships are really close, but for some reason I don't see it. However, I do take these islands, and that's small consolation, I guess. So I can see it. I don't know why. There was just so much happening. I guess I just didn't see it. So you see the wonder's up, timer is going down. Alright, so you see that green really is the almost single-handedly taking on 3 players here. Exchanging really well with his royal skirmishers. What are they called? Imperial skirmishers. The elite Magyar Hussars. I think he has the upgrade, so I don't think they cost gold, and heavy cavalry archers. I think I eventually clued in here, and I have a new rally point, and I am coming with a lot of onagers. Looks semi-impressive, but leave it to me to screw that up. So we'll see what happens. I guess my units are shooting a little bit here. I think I wasn't paying close enough attention, wasn't microing, and I think my units just unceremoniously die here. Don't get many shots out before they go down. But I guess this is stabilizing a little bit. I'm talking about the western side. Meanwhile, we are in desperate straits here. So yellow continues to control the water, and so the other team is forced to trade on land. So it's purple and blue trading on land. I don't know if orange is trading on land, but they are doing a great job of trading. Got all kinds of markets. We've got a little bit of trade going here between us, but our trade line is just peanuts compared to their trade line, unfortunately. Alright, so yellow is keeping his fleet alive. Elite longboats, beautiful, and is just causing as much damage as he can, harassing these enemy units. So this is just one of those facepalm moments. I somehow managed to just roll these units straight into the enemy, and I don't think I get many shots out, if any at all. So again, yellow, his base is overrun, but doing a lot of damage to the enemy trade line. So eventually we flag it here, and green, I think, came to his rescue a little bit, or tried to, but then at some point realized we have to cut our costs. So this is where I drop some cannon towers. Of course, so the whole dynamic now is that we're trying to protect this wonder. We got 320 years left. Can we do it? Let's see. They are really, that's kind of overkill, but yeah. Oh, we missed it. We missed it. Anyway, all those 5 onagers or 6 onagers I had there, they all died pretty unceremoniously to some hussars. Maybe got 1 shot out or 2, but not much. So that's unfortunate. And I don't know if our onagers ever do particularly well. They really have a good combo against it. They've got a nice mix of range and melee. Okay, so Gray is trying to build some units here. He's got a lot of resources. He really could, if he just dropped some more archery ranges, I'm sure he could do more, but that's okay. He's doing what he can. Alright, so we are a tough spot here. I am really getting ready. I'm really expecting Red's army. I didn't really know how big it was exactly, but I'm expecting him to show up on my front line any moment. So there he is. Pretty soon we're going to be retreating to this front line. But we seem to be holding out reasonably well here. Now I really screwed up here. I was not fully upgraded till like the last third of the game maybe. So Yellow lost his base. I think he built a new town center somewhere here where he's running away with some villagers now. But is keeping his fleet alive. So unfortunately this happens. That's fine. So Gray's last piece of Gray there is being destroyed. Now please tell me my units attack here, they don't just... Okay. I was half expecting them to just walk in and die unceremoniously, but thankfully they are doing something. I'm just going to slow it down slightly here. So we see the score, so green is still top points. So amazing production. I think I am finally, less. I don't know what's up there, but finally I think I'm starting to help out a bit more. Red does not immediately jump on it. For some reason he decides to just take his sweet time, count his troops. It's not really clear what he's doing here. Maybe he doesn't realize there's a wonder. I'm not clear, but so Purple, this is the really funny thing. Purple was forced to build ships on the water to protect his trade line on the way he discovers this little base. Because Yellow was causing so much damage on the water. Where's Yellow? Don't see him anymore. There he is with his fleet. He was causing such a nuisance on the water that Purple was forced to build a fleet. So that was kind of good because now Purple's army is much smaller on land than it normally would be. You know, it would normally have been much larger than that. It's mostly just blue and orange on land. Red is biding his time. So the big question now is, can we hold out? Can we hold out until we reach 0? If the wonder stands for 400 years, Team South wins. So that is the question. Alright, so let's, and then blue is not maxed out, but has great production going as well. And has siege and is taking out all kinds of buildings here. Now the fun thing is we have a lot of buildings here, so we are just trying to slow them down with whatever we can. So, alright, so I'm gonna speed it up again now. Yellow goes on a little bit of a rampage down the coast, shooting down castles all over the place. Red's still sitting around. I kind of had a little panic here though, because I wonder, like, is Red coming? Like, I really don't know. So I start to have my troops rally over here a bit. Tried to build a few cannons. Cannon towers there. I think I built a couple over here, but unfortunately I don't think I built any here. Thankfully we've got 5-6 castles there, but no cannon towers. Should have built a few there. But yeah, let's see how that goes. Alright, so this is a very impressive. I have a couple there as well. Right. I actually don't think I saw this, so I want to see what happens here. Do we get some nice shots in? So orange is forced to retreat. Great job. That's unfortunate. Oh, look at that. Blue shoots at them with trebuchets. That's great. That's so tough to get good shots in. Like, where these they're good players. Like, they're paying attention. They're looking at the troops, not letting their troops get hit. It seems like anytime we get a shot in, we're like hitting as many of our own troops as their troops, but it's hard to tell. Please tell me we get one shot in. Please, please, please. Okay, so a couple shots. Anyway, so that's happening. Now look at this, purple comes in raids, and unfortunately this is how I lose a lot of my food, but that's fine, it's not cheap. Food is not a big issue. Alright, so I have 2 cannons here, and what do I do with them? Do I shoot at his trebuchets? No, I think I just totally lose track of them, and they die, like, just get taken out by a couple of hussars. Alright, so we are now forced to retreat. And I'm no longer rallying there. I think I'm rallying more and more troops to the other side. I'm really worried about what's going to happen here. I don't really know how strong red is. I try to double to wall up extra here. So it's pretty much just green on his own here. Oh, I think his troops get stuck there. Pretty impressive, annoying thing that he does there. He actually takes down some of his houses. Alright. So here's red, and I guess you can call this the main part of my army. My trash army. So finally I have actually a proper concentration, I guess you could call it. And my plan is to engage this army at an opportune moment. Am I fully upgraded now? Nope, still not. Oh wow. So I guess you could call this a successful engagement. I'm not really sure why, but red decides that this is too risky. And he decides to retreat, although I'm pretty sure he could have won that. But he runs back. So I have temporarily scared red away. Again, not sure why he retreated. And so I realize I need to come help here. We've got a lot of issues. They're about to take out our trade, what little trade we have. And I think yellow is soon going to send his fleet and help us out. Since red is not attacking, again, not sure what he's doing, I send my army to the center. This is green flagging that we're about to get broken through here. I think the timing here is perfect, so let's see if we can catch that. So this is a really frustrating thing. Somehow there's one guy shooting and then none of my units go forward. So that's just a joy. Alright, so we got that just barely in time. So our trade can live just a little bit longer, 170 years left. Oh, looks like I finally have some more upgrades done. Alright, so red, blue, orange, purple. Everyone is showing up here. Purple has run in. Now things are really desperate now. We are close to the end point. But green shows up with his force and is able to take that out. And I guess I managed to hold out here. And yellow is coming with all the ships he has to help out from both rivers. I didn't notice that. He's coming down both rivers. And red is, for whatever reason, still not really pushing. So purple's force is taken out.
Yes.
And gray has surrendered. I'm just going to pause it briefly to show that gray had a lot of resources. So just as a general commentary. If you're gonna leave a game, fair enough. You know, your base was destroyed. Your team is probably losing. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. But you might as well send your resources to your allies. You know, just as a parting gift, send all your resources to your allies before you leave the game, because this could have really helped me out here. Look at this. I think I'm down to. I got almost nothing left here. You know, I'm trying desperately to keep up production. Just send me these resources. 2,000 gold, 11,000. In fact, that's you know, you gotta send that over. All right. So let's see what happens now. It's quick. So they're about to break through here. They took out the cannon towers, and they're about to break through here. We're holding on desperately here, if not really holding on. But we've got some reinforcements coming. Let's see what happens. This is kind of funny. He actually starts taking out a couple of trebuchets from the water, and he's microing against these paladins, which is a lot of fun actually. And again, we've got a fleet coming here, shooting down reinforcements. However, orange has broken through, and our trade, which is keeping green alive. Green is still maxed out, but you know, this is really tough. So, any moment now, I'm gonna make a little bit of a move. Is it gonna happen now? Not quite. So you see this is desperate here. This is just absolutely desperate. This is the final front line. Our trade is being chopped off. And what was that? I missed it, but that was Flemish Revolution. Can't believe I missed it, but there you go. I managed to get Flemish Revolution in, probably the only good moment for me in the whole game. And my military just went up to, well anyway, higher than it was. And I send in all my troops to see what I can do. Green still has a force together. So I slowed it down here just so we can see the ending here. Sends his force, and amazingly, I think he actually manages to fight this off. Here comes the Flemish Revolution. So, this is really our last stand. We're just shooting everything we can. I just love this. It's just... But it was the first time I'd ever done... Oh no, he doesn't. He actually retreats. Okay. And orange is just brilliantly dropping a castle. Our trade line is cut. It was the first time I'd ever done Flemish Revolution in a game like this, at least. And I didn't really react properly. I should have immediately built new villages to go on wood. But I don't think I did. So still have 100 years to hold out here. Can we manage it? Let's see. So we do push him back, gives us a tiny bit of breathing room. And I think this is enough for green to do a little bit here. But no, not quite. So just for a few minutes there, we held out a little bit longer. Red, I'm not sure what he's doing here. I think he really thinks he wants to break in this way. Fair enough, I'm happy about that. I've got defenses here, but I feel like he should be sending in his cavalry here. Alright, so this is really our last force here. Green is amazingly still almost maxed out. I am not though. This is where I just totally collapse. I'm down to 9 villagers. My boats are gone. I'm trying to ferry guys over from the islands. I don't even think I'm making any villages. I think I eventually start making new ones, but... Oh yeah, anyone send extra resources to me, please. So this is, I'm pleading to my allies, send me stuff. Yellow actually does have a lot of resources. You could maybe send it, but, you know, not that many, but still enough that... This could have made the difference, though, actually. I mean, that many resources, I think that could have made a difference, but... Anyway, here we go. That's okay. Alright. So... Here we're really trying to just do what we can. Our castles are going down. I love this. The purple sends his fleet. He's doing now what yellow did. Except they're on different rivers, so I guess they will remain separate there. So orange has managed to hold off our counterattack. Our trade is really... I think I asked my ally to build a new market. He did. So we're still trying to get our trade whatever's worth whatever we can. So Orange, if we look at Orange now, I'm just going to put on Fog of War. He doesn't see it, but there actually is a path. There is a path for him to just run around. He doesn't quite see it. I don't think he does. So I love this. Everything goes here. Villagers are trying to do what they can do, I guess, to hold it off. I'm even sending my ships just to attract fire and slow them down. You still have a couple of castles standing. I have a feeling that yellow dropped one as well, or built one as well. But anyway, we are just... Okay, so green now down to 150 supply. Keeping whatever army he can. So they are determined to go through these castles, but all they need to do is get to this wonder, take out this wonder. They've got 50 years to do it. 50 years left. So Orange recognizes this, I think, and he's beginning to run around. Green still has a decent force here. I would call to arms these these town centers. Anything to slow them down. And here we see Green's last force doing what he can. Orange, they've got siege, but 40 years, 30 years, you gotta get those siege units over here. You gotta make it. Couple of hand cannoneers, but that's it. So Green is just doing a masterclass here, getting damage in but retreating. So will this stand? 29 years. So Red, I don't get it. He just got scared off by these ships. Maybe does he send his units in now? Who knows? Alright, so this is it. Couple of flaming trebuchets. Couple of last units. Green is still trying to do what he can, repairing this castle. But now we really are at the wonder, and I am... Alright, first hit on the wonder from a cannon. We try our best to take out the siege. I'm trying to add extra 15 years. That's it, 15 years. Can we do it? So you see these units here, I think we go for them. Take out this trebuchet, I think. I'm trying to send my villagers. So we take out one, but the other one survives. I don't know how, but this one survives. Literally 5 hit points. One more hit. 6 years. 5 years, and I got no resources. I cannot repair it. Again, if I had received those resources here, I say it again. 3 years. 2 years. 2 years. We had 2 years left. Now, anyway, I don't think I've ever had a game that came that down to the wire. Now, to be fair, I think it's pretty obvious that the North team here deserved to win. Oh yeah, I totally missed this epic trade line that Purple had going across the map. So you really see they've just maximized this. A couple of undefeated armies left, but for the most part we've been... So here I say, haha, well done, everyone. I'm just totally impressed by this game, just impressed by the quality, just teamwork of both sides, just the fact that everyone stuck in the game. And I'm not really sure why this game is still going. I think I'm just going to pause it there because this is pretty much the end. I don't know how we managed to hold out this long. Just a continuous grind here. Opponents obviously knowing what they're doing. They keep building new production buildings closer to the front line. They keep pushing. We had a couple of relics. We had a little bit of a trade line going. We got lucky with these islands. Yellow did a great job of holding off some of their trade, staying in the game even though he lost his base. Gray did the same. I already mentioned the point about sending resources before you leave the game. But anyway, I don't think I've ever had a game that came that close down to the wire. Green, the undisputed. I think he had more points than everyone else on the game. It's also another fun thing about the game. You really had both teams had a real, range, a bit of, players. A couple of players that are a bit more hesitant. A couple of players who are just really know what they're doing. Orange and green, I would say, but I think blue and purple as well. Definitely had their gameplay down. I had my one glory moment there with my Flemish Revolution. I was happy about that. But for the rest of the game, I think I was pretty sloppy. But, did what I could. So let's go have a look at the score. Just all around, just really great game. Great map, everything about it. All right, so let's go and see what the scores were. Yes, military. So green, most kills in the game, 1,700. Orange in second, and then we see purple and blue. Was average there, I suppose. I had the large army just because of the Flemish Revolution, so that's a lot of fun. Economy, you can see, look at the trade here. Really amazing trade line, 55,000. I think we were way behind on our side, but I guess it's good that we had something going at all, but could have been much better, obviously. Society, gotta love this. Everyone had so many villagers, but that's what you need to do to boom and then be ready for the late game. Castles, 13 castles from green. That's what he needed for his Magar Hussar that he was able to build without gold. Makes sense, but you see a lot of players had a lot of castles, so that's great. And the timeline, of course, look at all those battles, and that's of course the moment that the Flemish Revolution kicked in. And that's the wonder that was destroyed 2 years before it was going to win us the game. So that was the game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and catch you on the next one.